really. I mean, my whole point is that, it's obvious, it's been proven. And actually, last night I went through some more of the Zach Quaid email drops that he did.
Yeah.
And the scripting that was done by Thomas is unbelievable.
No, I wouldn't. I don't doubt it.
And it actually comes it comes to a lot of the same people that Denise is, naming. That's what was amazing about it. It was like, holy shit, it's these are the same groups of people. I was like, so that's why I brought Thomas up into the thing again.
Yeah, I know, and he does talk to her. She keeps in touch with him, and so does another idiot, that other idiot. And and it's like, Thomas, you're being blasted out because we know what you're doing.
Right.
And he's acting like they can't see me. They can't see me. And it's like,
that's what I don't understand. It's like, oh shit, But some of the stuff that was shared by Zach was honestly shocking. I'll share some of it here.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm on mute.
This one says, this is from Thomas to Zach. It says, the bad actors. This is a group of mercenaries who get paid to cause trauma. They dox, attack, and defame and abuse. Here is a partial list. Defango, real name Manuel Chavez, criminal gang stalker associated with, and they redacted some of it, and then it says, the area he lived. The very next one, you go down to the next one, Lestat, named Arturo Tafolsky, pedophile, Satanist. Location, Mexico, associated with cartels, satanic pedo cults, Robert Allen Sarawald, suspected pedophile, and Defango, known to have committed pedophile acts on dozens of children. Jethro, real name, lives in London, multiple arrests for fraud, grand larceny. Then he said Elizabeth Lynn, North Carolina, which I don't know if that's Elizabeth Veering or who that is, but I'm guessing.
Does this come from hey, Jesse, does this come from a liable source?
Oh yeah, these are Thomas's emails to Zach Quaid, and this shows the scripting from Thomas. Joelbot, rumored to be Israeli operators. Joelbot has lost traction in recent months. Marcus Conte, three-time felon, self-admitted mental issues. Denise Mattow, suspected DNC plant and sister of Jerome Corsi. Denise raises cockroaches and is controlled by Defango.
So he sends this to them, and they use this to attack people.
Yeah, this was the Zach Quaid out of Canada that Phoenix did a 2-hour interview with him last night. Okay. Sherry Vaughn, ex-meth head, looks like it. Sherry is letting Manny Chavez live rent-free in her father's house. Sherry enjoys spending time with pedophiles and gang stalkers and is rumored to be a Satanist.
Wow.
Then we come on to the next one. You can see at the very top, Jesse Prophecy PNG. So obviously that was a photo. Manny something threats was an MP4 that he sent to Zach.
Damn, this was 2019. Oh, yeah. I remember that year. That was so fun.
Yeah. So
it's when I learned how to dance.
Let's see here. Hello, my name is Thomas Schoenberger. Now, let me just tell you.
Oh, and I turned 33 that year, guys. There's another irony.
So, yesterday when Phoenix interviewed Zach Quaid, and also on, I think, the last show or maybe the one prior to that, we talked about Thomas interfering with people's health facilities, mental health facilities. And Thomas has denied this to a T, although I showed documents from Pavana's facility that referred to him as Dr. Schoenberger. So this is from Thomas, and it was to Lucia, somebody from Thomas. These people are Zach's mental health care workers. This was a message Thomas sent to them. Hello, my name is Thomas Schoenberger, and I can support that Zach is being targeted by nefarious individuals. One of these goons is a man named Manuel Chavez, and he has repeatedly attacked and stalked women, children, and the vulnerable like Zach. Zach is being gang stalked to the point. Please see attached, and if you have any questions, please reach out. Kindly, Thomas Schoenberger. So Thomas was trying to convince these people that Zach did not need to have any treatment and that Zach was okay. And Thomas was also in further emails here telling Zach that he didn't need treatment. You can see here's the email right here.
What gives him the authority of this?
Now, can anyone actually reach out to the medical professionals or can I have a hard time trusting screenshots in this community only because I know the type of people that actually associate with everyone. And there's been so many times where people have actually went and switched sides and freaking they hug the middle, or we get our chaos Discordian warriors and stuff. And I always see screenshots as like a game of telephone in elementary school. Like those things can change.
Well,
you know,
I mean,
did you change the contrast? Did you change the contrast on this freaking picture and actually go and see if there's any freaking edits and or things that would be non-flush with anything? And just zooming in wouldn't be enough. You have to go and learn how to photo edit and actually go and see.
I have some very extensive editing programs.
Okay, so you already have done that.
Yeah, I will say these appear to be very legit.
All right.
And I will say, the same thing with anything I've shared. I redact, obviously, personal info out of like Ivana's medical records with a black line, same as these. But I do not change any of the context or any of the wording or anything.
I'm not worried about you changing it, Desi. I'm worrying about the source. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's nothing on you at all, buddy.
Yeah, no, I get that. But I'm just saying, and Zach, I did check these, and trust me, they're not Photoshop. There's no kind of, changes in.
But could it be also a ploy and or an act? That's another thing that just popped into my mind as well. See, there's too many questions I have dealing with this individual that we're talking about. First and foremost, I'm going to bring up, he brought up Sam. Right. Like he actually knew Sam. And yeah.
Well, I don't know, but like this was from Zach to Thomas. And he stated to Thomas, I'm going insane. Okay. Thomas talks about, I'm handling it now. What is he handling? Zach says, I spoke with the non-emergency police and they're having an officer call me tomorrow. I just spoke with a crisis line here as well for 30-something minutes. And she was nice and said she would make a note of what I said. And I'm going through that contact to contact them tomorrow after the police contact me. So Zach was actually having some issues going on.
Okay.
And Thomas, if I could find it in here, was actually telling Zach that he didn't need to do anything, and I'm like, what the hell, This was one where he was sending something to Zach, scripting him about cicada stuff. Cicada predicted all this. The stones are what the coronavirus looks like. A spiky stone. It comes in waves. Markets are collapsing.
Oh my God. They just take ideas from other people and or insightful individuals and take it as their own.
Right.
That's all they fucking do.
you can see here at the top, TS, the header was, can you please comment? So he was asking Zach to comment, probably in a YouTube thing or on Twitter. And he was asking Zach to say, the genius of your music is in its vast ability to grab people by the soul. This one is creepy, but so cool. Now, this is what he was telling Zach to put as a comment. And I guarantee if we could go find the YouTube video or wherever, you would find this exact comment, because I saw there's a couple in here that are directed to me that Thomas scripted and what to say, and they were exact comments that it's almost like Zach copied and pasted them. Another one here. Can you please write? Your videos bring up things deep inside me. I can't explain it, but I'll tell people, my friend, Thomas is given his talent from God. Now, I mean, this is scripting at its finest. Thomas tells him, respond by saying, Thomas is not a criminal, but explain how Lestat was trying to get you to kill yourself. Thomas says to say, I have Lestat CC. DeFango stole from Lestat just like he has ripped off everyone. Lestat never tried to get DeFango to kill himself. I'm no friend of Lestat, but what DeFango is doing is lying and doing shitty, underhanded things to Lestat. Lestat, please leave Zach's name out and mine, but you should see what DeFango is doing. Unlike you, he lacks talent in every arena. And this is the actual, this is an email where he talks about getting paid $5,000 for Lestat's work. He stole $2,500, yada, yada, yada. I mean, this is the shit. This is why we said the scripting is happening, you know. He says, you may want to say, I know you have trouble coming from Virginia, which I'm guessing wasn't the Biss. Stephen and Tanya Biss were in Virginia. You only have yourself to blame for what comes next. Do not blame me. You took money to attack a defendant, and the judge is on to what you and Tanya did. Better get a criminal defense.
Man, there is so many inconsistencies in that typing too. Is like some periods he actually does a space after, some periods he doesn't. It's like,
so you see, DeFango Part 5 was the header of this one, and Thomas says, I never predicted his death, only his breakdown. He has been suicidal for cash. We know he is that snaky. And then he had some kind of a suicide photo or something that he attached. Zach says to Thomas, I just Twitter messaged Reagan a whole bunch of stuff, which Reagan, I believe, was the twin sister that was supposedly having a thing with Thomas or whatever. Thomas writes, you should add things like Isaac Kappy ain't going away. His killers are doing victory dances, thinking they intimidated all of us into silence. Not so fast. You can sue us, try and discredit us, shut down our social media platforms, and we are still coming. The truth is going to be proven instead of sacrificed. Like I said, these are all things that Thomas sent to Zach and wanted him to say. This has something to do with Stephanie. She thinks I'm taking advantage of you. I'm the one who pushed you to get you guys back together as friends, because apparently Steph and Zach had a falling out at one point. Very cool. I can't text until later tonight when my phone bill is automatically charged. Can you please respond to Kelly, Shark Belly Kelly, by saying, Giannani looks like the ghost of Kappy is back. I've got about 30 more videos to do. Who's trying to silence the researchers? And I'm sure lots of sharks off the coast of Florida will also be upset.
Okay, like, so why did this man choose to be a composer and state that he's a world famous composer when obviously he can freaking write a script like a motherfucker? Like, why don't you, like, Thomas, why don't you have like hundreds of books out by now, dude? Like, you could have been making bank. I mean, you probably did make bank during this, but the fact is that like New York Times best-selling type deal with all this stuff that you freaking have, I see potential. You might be able to go pay back your friends and everyone else.
Well, this is where it starts to get interesting on this one. Apparently, someone said Thomas was taking advantage of Zach. Thomas writes to Zach and says, I don't take advantage of you. I'm just the guy to notice how much of a talent you are. Zach says, no, I know. This is what Steph said. So apparently, it got back to Thomas. This one, the header says, we use the Batman theme song. And Thomas writes to Zach, the video starts out with Mossad Media Matrix presents Who Killed Kappy? This is a formal request to interview Corey Daniel Lee, who allegedly was in the immediate area at the exact time Isaac died. I will be developing a series on Isaac Kappy's enemies and their potential involvement in his murder. We're going to go into some dark places like the intestines of an evil shark. We're going to get down to the bottom of who hated Isaac Kappy. And mind you, like I said, these are all things that he told Zach to say. So this one continued, we're going to find out who's trying to silence the researchers and what their motivations may be. Zach is back. Okay, buddy, there you go. And every time it says that man in the song, put in a text Cap Man. And then Zach replied, I'm adding these and the Kelly pics really quick, which you can see was a picture of Isaac and Shark Belly. This is one where I said Zach was having some issues. He says to Thomas, isn't it just a little odd, though, that they gave me this phone? He's talking about the group that takes care of his mental health, the team, as he calls them. Gave me this phone. I went to a big meeting for my last week, and we all sat down, and they called my mom, too. And I had the court book out the table and talking about a whole bunch of things, and also how they were going to further support me more effectively. And my worker's boss said that he can get me a cell phone through the agency, that they're giving away cell phones to people, and that he would put me on a list for one. Like 5 days later, I get the phone way faster than expected, and they topped it all up and everything. I have calling and texting this phone as well. I made sure already to cover the cameras in this thing. And Thomas, you can see down here, says you can be confident that all your calls are, hopefully they're all in order. No, they are. Thomas replies, you can be confident all your calls are being recorded. They also probably blew it by not being there for you and putting you in a very stressful mental state. Zach, the most important thing I can tell you. So he's basically making Zach paranoid of everything. That's the same email, I think. Hang on. The most important thing I can tell you is to keep your cool, don't get upset, and don't make any threats about hurting yourself. The governments around the world are not our friends. You do not suffer from mental illness. You suffer from clarity. The reality of things are despicable. Zach goes on to say exactly, thank you. Okay. Let me get on to his. Okay, man. Okay. I journal a lot now, too. So that helps. And I won't yap stupid shit out loud in my place while I'm by myself. They probably hear that definitely. Damn, well, I hope we can still chat somehow. I can download a VPN. Will that help? Zach goes on to say, yeah, they're like, oh, Thomas with his conspiracies and predictions again. I think they should have listened to you. This is the next 9/11. It's going to get very worse very fast, and these actors and actresses are going to help hype it along. People are wearing masks in my building as well. I see that as I go check my mail. They're idiots, though. That isn't going to stop shit. Just goes to show how dumbed down society is. Thomas says, they think I came up with your work. Let's make a video that says you have your own brain, idea, and creative outlooks.
I find it very interesting and intriguing, the choice of name Z. You get what I'm saying? Is like, I'm wondering if that could have been purposeful to muddy the water, since there is another Z.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
That I do think was for that purpose, because of Thomas controlling Zach. I believe they were going to, try and muddy shit up for the original Z as well. So here you can see he's pressuring Zach. Can you please come straight right now on the cicada video? It's really late and I'm under the gun to get it out by tomorrow morning. I told the guy I would have it by this evening. So he's also pressuring Zach, Text for Defango video, he says. This is a periscope from the last week of Isaac Kappy's life. The investigators have commented on the dogs barking. I decided to go where no one else was looking to enhance the audio of the mysterious person who tells the dog to shut up. Where was Manuel Chavez after he made a mysterious tweet threatening unknown Q followers? And what is the voice telling the dog to shut up appeared to match in the pitch and register to the voice we know as Defango, an elusive man. The facts are obvious. Defango was the first person on social media to declare absolutely Isaac Kappy. Isaac Kappy died. So he was trying to basically make it look like Defango apparently went and took Isaac Kappy. And then this one was the one I was digging at. Can you please respond? So TS writes to Zach, a response for Zach to send to me. Jesse Davis, cease and desist. I want you to leave me alone, as I have repeatedly begged you to do. You and Kelly and Susu and someone, it says Sarah Silverman in small letters, and Defango and Diane are causing me trauma. If I would have known earlier I was going to bring these up, I would have brought up the original YouTube screen capture of this exact response that Zach obviously copied and pasted out of this thing and put it in a YouTube comment to me, because Thomas was having Zach attack us as well. And then I think we're back about at the... Well, no, we're not at the beginning. Let's see.
How would Thomas be of knowing this? It's called dragnetting and or compiling information. See, people can be friends with many different people.
Yeah.
So certain people, such as Defango, could have went out and stated to another person that he might have been having card troubles. So therefore, he put a guesstimate out and stated that he would